Welcome to CASA Floyd County's Becoming a CASA presentation. The objective of this presentation is to help you determine if the CASA Child Advocate role is a good volunteer position for you. If you have any questions after viewing this presentation, please refer back to our website for frequently asked questions and to chat with us. Topics that will be covered in this presentation include the mission of CASA, volunteering with CASA, elements of volunteer care, and our application and training process. Our mission at Floyd County CASA is to support and promote court-appointed volunteer advocacy so every child who has experienced abuse or neglect can be safe, have a permanent home, and the opportunity to thrive. There is a large need for advocates in Floyd County. 89 children are on our wait list waiting to be matched with a CASA volunteer. Caseloads of service providers in Floyd County vary. The average caseload for a DCS caseworker is around 25. A public defender in the family court system over 60 cases. The circuit court judge oversaw over 450 child welfare cases in Floyd County in 2021. With such high caseloads, the care of the child can get lost. The CASA advocacy role is unlike others because the CASA has the ability to focus on the unique needs of one child or sibling group. The CASA advocate becomes and is seen as the expert on the child they serve because the ratio of advocacy is one-on-one. As a CASA volunteer, you learn about a child's experience in life by observing the child and building a relationship with them. You advocate for the child's future and best interest and make sure those interests are voiced and heard in court. The four main functions of CASA Floyd County is to provide intensive advocacy, to guide a volunteer through the court-appointed process, to provide one-on-one advocacy for a child in need, and to equip and engage volunteers with one-on-one support. CASA volunteers build relationships with the child and those who are involved in the case in order to supply intensive advocacy. Volunteers become sworn-in officers of the court and go through an extensive training process. Volunteers provide one-on-one engagement in order to build consistency, trust, and resiliency. We train volunteers before they are assigned a case and provide ongoing training and support provided by a case coordinator in order to equip and care for our volunteers. CASA volunteers focus on safety, permanency, and resiliency. Safety is the risk of harm to the child from illness, mental health concerns, and environment. Permanency is the plan for securing a long-term, safe home where a child can have the opportunity to thrive. Resiliency is equipping a child with the skills and relationships to recover when faced with adversity. CASA advocate is responsible for investigating their child's case, making recommendations, advocating in the best interest of the child, and providing ongoing support for the child. As a CASA investigates their child's case, they begin to understand a child's circumstances. They review court documents, visit with their child, and gather information from people who are part of the child's life. A CASA makes recommendations by compiling information they have gathered as well as things they have observed. They make recommendations in the child's best interest and at the child-family team meetings, as well as court hearings. CASA volunteers advocate. They are the voice of the child, making sure their needs are being met inside and outside of the courtroom. They help establish goals for the child and family team. They ensure the judge's orders are being carried out, and they provide ongoing monitoring for progress. CASA volunteers offer support and encouragement to the child, building resiliency by being a safe, consistent, and dependable adult. CASA volunteers report spending around 10 to 15 hours a month on their case. Volunteers attend regular child-family team meetings, court every 6 months, and visit with the child once a month. CASA's duties include submitting a court report approximately every 6 months, maintaining ongoing case notes, keeping in contact with service providers, visiting with the child once a month, and participating in 12 hours of continuing education annually. In order to be a CASA, the following requirements must be met. Volunteers must be 21 years of age or older. have a minimum of a high school diploma or GED equivalent, submit an online application, provide 3 personal/professional references, successfully pass all criminal and child welfare background checks, and submit to fingerprinting. Successfully complete an interview with CASA staff, complete 30 hours of pre-service training, 6 hours of court observation, and 12 hours of continuing education courses annually. Volunteers need to be compassionate, patient, flexible, persistent, open to feedback, and committed to building resiliency. At CASA, we believe resiliency is built within a positive and safe relationship, a belief that a safe adult investing in the life of a child can be the catalyst for change, no matter how small. We choose to focus on the small things, believing nothing is wasted, and every visit with the child is an opportunity to communicate dignity and care, which are the building blocks for resilience. We want you to be prepared, so we provide numerous training opportunities while you volunteer throughout the year. This includes our national training, webinars, and volunteer meetings with guest speakers who are experts in their field. We provide resources to serve as a guide to as well. All of these resources can be found on our website on our volunteer resource page. Our annual CASA of Floyd County Conference includes breakout sessions on applicable subjects as well as a mock trial. We understand that walking into trauma spaces, while very rewarding, can be difficult. We are committed to providing support to our volunteers by hosting community building and self-care meetings to develop a network of support and practice embracing rest and developing healthy coping skills. We have a mentorship and shadowing process as new volunteers are being onboarded and are learning how to work a case. Case coordinators meet monthly with volunteers to check in and to debrief and process with the volunteer as needed. We have text options so you can stay up to date with CASA. Peer support is offered through our regularly monthly meetings, and connections with other CASAs is always encouraged. If volunteers are ever in need of mental health resources, CASA is always available to make those connections. At CASA, we provide a shadowing process that focuses on gradual release, meaning volunteers attend child and family team meetings and visits alongside of their case coordinator. Then visits and meetings occur in partnership between the mentee and the mentoring case coordinator.
My case coordinator is always there at the call, whether it's a call, a text, or an email. And I think what's beautiful about that relationship and the availability of that person is that you're able to kind of go independently with your case. There's a lot of latitude in what you feel is right, what people you need to be talking to and contacting, the information you need to glean from those people. But every once in a while, there's an obstacle or a speed bump that you kind of need some more clarification, or you just want to make sure you're in the right lane still. And your case coordinator is always there to either slightly adjust you or say, give you the thumbs up that you're on the right track.
Your journey to become a child advocate begins with you watching this video or scheduling an informational session with CASA staff. If you decide to move forward with advocacy, you will complete an application that includes 3 references. You will then go through CASA's initial interview, submit to 2 background checks, and complete fingerprinting. Once that is complete, you begin your 30 hours of pre-service training and 6 hours of court observation and are sworn in as an officer of the court. After being sworn in, the shadowing and mentorship process begins. We do our best to match you with the kind of case you are looking for. Matching a child off our waitlist is a top priority to serve children in Floyd County, and we try to ensure volunteer retention by providing ongoing support for CASA volunteers.
I think the key to finding a great match for a case starts with the relationship with your case coordinator. You've taken the time to learn from each other and about each other, so through that relationship, you kind of discover some of the special gifts that you have to offer, some of the things that you may not be comfortable with. And once a case has been decided, you kind of decide on that together so that both you and the case coordinator are comfortable with that case moving forward.
Advocacy isn't for everyone, and that is okay. There are other ways you can get involved at CASA of Floyd County. You can commit to sharing the mission of CASA in the community. You can host a donation drive and invite us to speak at your business, group, and faith community. You can become a CASA ambassador. Just ask us how. You can follow us on social media and share CASA Floyd County's posts to promote awareness of the importance of child advocacy in our community. Do you want to be a CASA? Email info@floydcountycasa.org and let us know that you have watched this video and are ready to apply. Once again, your next steps to becoming a child advocate are application, 2 background checks and fingerprinting, initial interview, national CASA training and court observation, swearing in, and the assignment of your first case, which includes our shadowing and mentoring process. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest in serving the children of the Floyd County Child Welfare System. Remember to reach out for any further questions at info@floydcountycasa.org.